Welcome, Broncos, to your 2020 Scholar Bowl Snowdown. I'm Catherine.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Hallie, and we're this year's Scholar Bowl commissioners.
Now, before we begin, let's welcome out Courtney Caldera to sing our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now let's bring out our first team, Bayer Twins et al. Contrary to popular belief, Catherine and Amanda are not the only ones on this team. They're accompanied by Avery and Emmy, who share their passion for free fruit snacks and granola bars. Amanda, Catherine, Avery, and Emmy are all in the top 10 of their class and have devoted themselves to academics. They would like to thank Mr. Darstad and apologize for missing 5th period 3 times.
Our next team is Toupé's Defenders. Proud students of both Mr. Toupé and Mr. Martinelli, Jeremiah, Lucas, Nolan, and Robert all rank within the top 10 of the class of 2020. They hope to defend Mr. Toupé's honor and take him home another Scholar Bowl championship.
Now let's give a special thanks to all the students and teachers who participated this year in this year's Scholar Bowl. We would now like to welcome our reader, Mrs. Lane, and our pointer, Miss Parsons.
Good morning, Broncos. VMHS is about leaving a legacy. Our accomplishments include, but are not limited to, award-winning sports teams, 4 CIF Character Count Awards, 2-time Most Spirited High School in the nation, 14-time Outstanding Activities Program, and our Golden Alliance, along with our drama and choir programs, earn numerous accolades each year. The time now is to celebrate our academic superstars and put them in the spotlight. The passion they show for their education and the effort they display on a continual basis must be honored. We entered with 64 teams, and after 2 weeks of grueling competition, we are ready to honor our Scholar Bowl champion. Good luck to both of our teams. I'm going to go over some guidelines before we get started, just to make sure that we are all on the same page here. There are 3 types of questions. We have toss-up, lightning round, and the bonus round. Teams will have 5 seconds to attempt to answer questions once question has been read in full. For math questions, you are allowed 10 seconds, and during the lightning round, you are allowed 2 seconds per question. If a team answers incorrectly, the other team has a chance to answer correctly. However, no additional time is given, nor is the question reread. But I would also like to reiterate that during the lightning round, you are not given an opportunity from there. If a student raises the flag during mid-question, the judge will say stop, and you are to stop reading the question, or I am, to allow for the student to answer. If the question is answered incorrectly, I may finish reading the question from where I left off for the other team to answer correctly. On the lightning round questions, both teams have 2 seconds to answer these rapidly delivered theme-related questions. Incorrect answers result in a deduction of 5 points, and the other team does not have that chance to answer. On the bonus round questions, a team must answer the toss-up question correctly in order to enter into the bonus round. These are 4-part theme questions, and teams will have 20 seconds to confer before the team captain must immediately provide all 4 answers. Are we ready? Okay, so before we begin, for the Byer twins, who is your team captain? Awesome, thank you. And for Toupé's defenders, appreciate it. Are we ready? Here we go. Question number 1. As he outlines in his book, Dreams of My Father, a young Barack Obama spent several of his formative years between 1967 and 1971 living with his stepfather and mother in what Asian nation?
Japan.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. The answer is Indonesia. Question number 2. Famous as a tourist attraction and as the site of a motorcycle race known as the TT that has been held since 1907, what is the small and curiously named island located in the Irish Sea between the nations of Ireland and... That is correct. Today, it is estimated that the probes from this U.S. space program are over 10 billion miles away from the sun. What American program, launched in 1977, sent unmanned scientific probes to study Jupiter, Saturn, and the outer solar system? That is incorrect. That is incorrect. The answer is Voyager. That will allow the audience to hear you as well. Question number 4. After leaving the Beatles, Sir Paul McCartney embarked on a quite successful post-Fab Four music career. This included a number of solo albums, but also a string of albums and hits as the lead figure in what British American band? The answer is Wings. Your next question is a math question. How many prime numbers are there between 15 and 25?
3.
That is correct. Question number 6 leads to a bonus question. In the study of geography, what is the 9-letter name given to continental landforms which are surrounded by water on 3 sides? That is correct. For your bonus question, the topic is Kobe Bryant. For 5 points each, answer the following questions about the late, great Los Angeles Laker. The first question, by what rather odd nickname was Bryant's father, Joe, better known during his own brief NBA career? Second, Kobe Bryant first drew attention from NBA scouts as a high school player at Lower Merion High School, located in the suburbs of what large U.S. city? Question 3, though he spent his entire career with the Lakers, he was actually drafted by what NBA team and traded to the Lakers on the same night? And your last question, in addition to his NBA honors, Bryant was also a 2-time Olympic gold medal winner in basketball. Name either year in which he won the gold medal. Okay, that is time. So for the odd nickname,
No answer for the first one. For the second one, San Diego.
that is incorrect.
For the third one, Clippers.
That is
For the
incorrect.
fourth one, 2008.
That is correct. Okay, the first one was Jelly Bean. The second one was Philadelphia. The third one was the Charlotte Hornets. And the other option for D was 2012. And that ends the bonus round. Question number 7. The French celebrate their national flag as the bleu, blanc, et rouge. For 5 points, what 3 colors make...
Blue, red, and white.
Can we accept it in that order? Yes? Okay. Yes, that is correct. It would go blue, white, and red. In biology, what is the name given for the organ in which insulin is produced? That is correct. Question number 9. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry? That is incorrect. Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Are 2 well-known lines to the poem Harlem, authored by what prolific African-American author and poet? The answer is Langston Hughes.
Sorry.
Question number 10 is a math question. What is slope of the line in the equation 4y equals 12x minus 20?
3.
That is correct. Question number 11. In the Olympic sport of men's gymnastics, the athletes compete in 6 different events. 3 of them are the vault, horizontal bar, and the floor exercise. For 5 points, name any of the... That is correct. The other 2 are pommel horse and parallel bars. In what Canadian province would you find Banff National Park, as well as the large Canadian cities of Edmonton and Calgary? That is incorrect.
British Columbia.
That is incorrect. The answer is Alberta. Question number 13 is a lightning round. Correct answers are worth 5 points, and 5 points will be deducted for an incorrect answer. The topic of this lightning round is California. Answer these questions about the Golden State. Everyone knows that California is the most populous American state, but in terms of land area, where does it rank?
3rd.
That is correct. The first European contact with the state came in 15... That is incorrect. California was conceded to the United States by the Mexican government by the terms of what 1848 war-ending... That is incorrect. The Central Valley is defined in part by 2 rivers, the Sacramento River and what river that runs southward from the Delta? Which pro sports league has 3 teams based in California? That is incorrect. Current Governor Gavin Newsom rose to political prominence as the mayor of what city? That is correct. How many counties are there in the state of California?
59.
That is incorrect. What is the name of the popular Amtrak train service that runs between San Luis Obispo and San Diego?
Pacific Surfliner.
That is correct. Los Angeles has hosted 2 Summer Olympics. What Northern California ski resort hosted the 1960 Winter Olympics? Of the top 10 cities in the state by population, one of them is located in otherwise low-populated Kern County. Name it. And that ends the lightning round. Question number 14. In the 1980s and early 1990s, a series of books targeted to children and teens became incredibly popular due to the interactive nature of the books. For 5 points, what is the 4-word name given to this?
Choose your own adventure.
That is correct. Question 15. In the sport of track and field, what Olympic event is often referred to as the metric mile, even though a true...
300 meters.
That is incorrect. Even though a true mile is over 100 meters farther than this standard Olympic level distance. That is correct. On Broadway, it is highly common that what day of the week is the off day when most theaters are dark?
Monday.
That is correct. Question 17 is a math question. Solve for x in the following question. Given that y equals 10. X cubed minus 29 equals 5y minus 15.
X equals 8.
That is incorrect. That is correct. Question number 18. In the sport of stock car racing, what Californian, who will be retiring at the end of this year, is known as 7-time because he has won NASCAR's championship a total of 7?
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That is incorrect. A record total of 7 times.
Hamilton.
That is incorrect. It is Jimmy Johnson. Question 19 will lead to a bonus question. What nation, formerly part of the larger Soviet Union, rather interestingly shares its name with an American southern state?
Georgia.
That is correct. The topic of this bonus question is name the year. For 5 points each, given an historical event, offer up the year in which it took place. Your first event is the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The second is the start of World War I in Europe. Your third event is the Apollo moon landing. And your fourth event is the 9/11 terrorist attacks. For John F. Kennedy,
1963.
that is correct. For the start of World War I,
1914.
that is correct. The Apollo moon landing,
1969.
that is correct. And the 9/11 terrorist attacks,
2001.
that is correct. End of the bonus question round.
Can. What's the current score then? Is this correct?
Okay, here we go. Question number 20. In an ironic twist, 2 future American politicians, former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and former Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm, were contestants on what uber-cheesy 1960s and 1970s game show? Hosted by Jim Lange and built around trying to connect a woman with 3 eligible bachelors hidden from her view.
Blind date.
That is incorrect. The answer is the dating game. Question 21. Airports are traditionally given a 3-letter abbreviation to identify them and not confuse them with other facilities. If I fly from SFO to LGA, I am flying between what 2 American states?
San Francisco and Boston.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. The answer is California and New York. Okay, question 22. In U.S. government, we learned in the semifinals that the head of the Supreme Court is a Chief Justice. For 5 points, who has held that title since 2005? That is correct. What breed of cat takes its name from the British name given to someone who hailed from the territory of the same name, which is today known as Thailand?
Siamese.
That is correct. Question 24 is a math question. In a basketball game, Steve makes 17 out of 25 shots. Tom makes 13 out of 20 shots, while Scott makes 27 out of 40 shots. Who made the higher percentage of their shots in that game?
Scott.
That is incorrect.
Steve.
That is correct. Question 25. In the performing arts, few have ever achieved the highest accomplishment of winning the EGOT, which is defined as being awarded at least one award from each of the 4 most highly recognized professional award ceremonies. For 5 points, what 4 awards?
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
That is correct. Question 26 is a lightning round. The topic of this round is geographical onlys. Identify the following geographic sites which meet the distinction offered in the question. The only American state with the name beginning with the letter L.
Louisiana.
That is correct. The only American state capital whose name is 3 words.
Salt Lake City.
That is correct. The only South American nation with the name beginning with A.
Argentina.
That is correct. The only American state with a one-word name with 13 or more letters.
Pennsylvania.
That is incorrect. The only world ocean where the equator and the prime meridian meet. The only African nation whose name begins with the letter K.
Kenya.
That is correct. The only South American nation with a population over 200 million.
Brazil.
That is correct. The only South American city to host a Summer Olympics.
Rio de Janeiro.
That is correct. The only sovereign nation in the world beginning with the letter Q.
Powder.
Sorry, I did not hear you.
Powder.
Yes, that is correct. The only sovereign nation in the world beginning with the letter Y.
Yemen.
That is correct. And that is the end of the lightning round. Okay, question 27. What hugely successful pop and country singer got her first hit as a teenager by...
Taylor Swift.
That is correct. Okay, question 28. One of the most important shows in the golden era of television. This variety show appeared every Sunday at 8 p.m. on CBS from 1948 to 1971. It was the first show to host the Beatles in the United States. What American television personality hosted the show, first named Host of the Town, and then renamed after him? That is incorrect. The answer is Ed Sullivan. In ancient history, what man was emperor of Rome from 14 to 37 AD? Following
Julius Caesar.
That is incorrect. Following his stepfather Augustus and eventually replaced by Caligula. Here is a hint. His name is what the T stood for in the name of Star Trek protagonist James T. Kirk.
Tiberius.
That is correct. His trilogy, To the Ends of the Earth, earned him the most critical acclaim, including the 1983 Nobel Prize for Literature. But most readers probably know him as the author of the allegorical tale Lord of the Flies. That is correct. Much maligned today, this Canadian rock band has proven quite successful in the 25 years of their recording career, scoring 7 American top 10 albums and over a dozen charting singles. What is the name of this band led by Chad Kroeger?
Nickelback.
That is correct. Question 32 leads to a bonus question, and it is a math question. For a triangle labeled XYZ, where XY is perpendicular to YZ, if angle X equals 65 degrees, what is the measure of angle Z?
25 degrees.
That is correct. Your bonus question. The topic is the U.S. Constitution. For 5 points, answer these questions about the Constitution. In what American city was the Constitutional Convention held? In total, the U.S. Constitution is made up of how many separate articles? Article 1 of the Constitution deals with which of the 3 branches of government, whose name is derived from the Latin word for law? And Hamilton, Madison, and Jay wrote the Federalist Papers to advocate for the new Constitution. Under what collective pen name did they offer their essays? You ready? Okay.
All right. A is Philadelphia.
That is correct.
B is 7.
That is correct.
C is legislative.
That is correct.
And D is the Backstreet Boys.
You wish. It's Publius. Question 33. While molarity denotes the number of moles of a given substance per liter of solution, what term denotes the number of moles of a given substance per kilogram of solvent?
Density.
That is incorrect.
Concentration.
That is incorrect. It is molality. Question 34. Think fast. What month of the year has the shortest name?
May.
That is correct. What Vermont-based dessert company is known for giving funny names?
Ben & Jerry's.
That is correct. What American, who has ruled the genre of courtroom drama for the last 30 years, is the author of novels like The Firm and The Pelican Brief? That is correct. The first motion picture in the horror genre to be nominated for an Academy Award?
The Exorcist.
That is correct. One of the largest business mergers in the past several decades occurred in 2001, when Time Warner Communications merged with what pioneering internet company? You can either give the full name or the initials by which it is best known.
AT&T.
That is incorrect.
IBM.
That is incorrect. The answer is America Online or AOL. Okay, the next question is a lightning round. Remember, correct answers are worth 5 points. 5 points will be deducted for an incorrect answer. The topic is Y2K. Answer these questions not about the Y2K crisis, but about the events which took place in the year 2000. The 2000 Summer Olympics actually held in the fall were hosted by what city?
Athens.
That is incorrect. Tragically, what cartoonist, the creator of the Peanuts series, died?
Schultz.
That is correct. What high-speed passenger plane in service since the 1970s crashed into a hotel in Paris, France on July 25th, killing 113 people? Which athlete, the first pick of the 2019 NBA draft, was born on July?
Zion Williamson.
That is correct. The world population reached past what threshold?
7 billion.
That is incorrect. The controversy over the 2000 presidential election centered around what state?
Florida.
That is correct. What cooperative space vessel welcomed its first residents in October of 2000? What film, released in 1999, won the 2000 Academy Award for Best Picture? What NBC television show centered around a fictional presidency?
The West Wing.
That is correct. What Japanese entertainment company released its gaming console known as?
Nintendo.
That is correct. And that is the end of lightning round. Okay, question number 40. In the study of medicine, what is the 8-letter medical term for the condition often found among musicians whose primary symptom is a ringing of the ears? That is incorrect. You were close. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it.
Yeah.
No, it's tinnitus. Though often referred to as Scandinavia, the common term for the nations of Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, and Finland is this name, which has its roots, the French word for the word north.
Nordic countries.
That is correct. Your next question is a math question. What is the remainder when you divide 385 by 9? That is correct. Question 43. At the time, he was angrily referred to as the accidental president, since he was only...
John Tyler.
That is correct. It might seem weird, but the University of Idaho is only 8 miles away from what large public university?
Boise State University.
That is incorrect. Which is located in the city of Pullman, has the cougar as its mascot, and is part of the Pac-12 athletic conference.
Idaho State.
That is incorrect. The answer is Washington State University. Question 45 leads to a bonus question. The coronavirus, which became a major health scare at the start of this year.
Wuhan.
That is correct. Okay. The topic of this bonus question is common last names. For 5 points each, given the first name of 2 prominent individuals and a brief description of them, offer the last name which they hold in common. Your first one, James, the 15th President of the United States, and Buck, NFL Hall of Famer. Your second one is Clarence, Supreme Court Justice, and Isaiah, 1980s NBA star with the Pistons. Your next one is Lily, award-winning actress, and Mike, coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the last one is Anderson, CNN journalist, and Bradley, award-winning actor.
Yes. A is Buchanan.
That is correct.
B is Thomas.
That is correct.
C is Tomlin.
That is correct.
D is Cooper.
That is correct. Okay, question 46. Here is a rare fashion question. Where would a woman typically wear an item known as an espadrille?
The foot.
That is correct. And that leads us into halftime.
will now proceed with the second half.
Right, you ready, Broncos? We are picking up with question number 47. Immediately after the end of World War II, Clement Attlee scored what most would have considered to be an upset by leading his party to victory in the 1945 British parliamentary elections, replacing what man as prime?
Winston Churchill.
That is correct. Over its history, which has spanned nearly 150 years, what animal organization, which was born out,
PETA.
that is incorrect, out of a New York City hotel?
ASPCA.
No, that is incorrect. It's the Westminster Kennel Club. Question 49. Large city law enforcement agencies tend to have an elite unit known as the SWAT team. For 5 points, what does the acronym SWAT stand for? It's Special Weapons and Tactics. In astronomy, the names Titan, Phoebe, Hyperion, and Rhea are all...
Saturn.
That is correct. Of all the elected offices in the United States federal government, which one serves the longest term in office with the...
Senator.
That is correct. Question 52 is a lightning round. The topic of this round is Super Bowl. Answer these questions about the NFL's premier game. In what year was the first Super Bowl held at the LA Memorial Coliseum?
1964.
That is incorrect. Speaking of the first Super Bowl, name either team that competed.
Green Bay Packers.
That is correct. What New Orleans stadium has hosted more Super Bowls than any other site?
Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
That is correct. Name either of the teams that share the record with 6 Super Bowl.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
That is correct. 2 teams have played in 4 Super Bowls and have lost all 4.
Buffalo Bills.
That is correct. Which team in 2017 held a 28-3 lead?
Atlanta Falcons.
That is correct. The first pop music-themed Super Bowl halftime show, held in 1991, featured what Boston-based 1980s boy band? In the recent Super Bowl, held on February 2nd, who was the MVP of the game?
Patrick Mahomes.
That is correct. At Super Bowl 38, what 2 performers earned much attention and a record fine from the FCC for a wardrobe malfunction involving the female singer?
Beyonce.
That is incorrect. What southern city played host to the recently played Super Bowl 54?
Miami.
That is correct. That is the end of the lightning round. Okay, question 53. What French company is one of the leading world producers of passenger aircraft, including the recent addition of the mega-sized A380 passenger jet?
Airbus.
That is correct. The next question is a math question. What is the solution if you divide 39 by 3/5? That is incorrect.
195.
That is incorrect. The answer is 65. Serving as a connecting bone between the sternum and the shoulder blade, what is the clinical name for the...
Clavicle.
That's correct. In chemistry, what element has the smallest atomic number, which...
Hydrogen.
That is incorrect, which appears naturally as a solid?
Lithium.
That is correct. This governmental action was authorized by the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Prohibition.
That is correct. This next question leads to a bonus question. Won't Get Fooled Again, Baba O'Reilly, and The Kids Are All Right are universally known, but this British band's only top 10 hit was 1967's I Can See for Miles. Who is this band, led by singer Roger Daltrey and guitarist?
The Who.
That is correct. The topic of this bonus question is 1990s song lyrics. For 5 points, given a single line of lyrics from a famous song from the 1990s, give me the title and the artist responsible for the song. Your first set of lyrics. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertain us. Your second lyric. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Your next lyric is tell me why, ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Tell me why, ain't nothing but a mistake. And your last lyric, if you want my future, forget my past. If you want to get with me, better make it fast. Okay, here we go. With the lights out, it's less dangerous.
No answer.
It smells like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Okay, stop, collaborate, and listen.
Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice.
That is correct. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartbreak.
I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys.
That is correct. And if you want my future, forget my past.
If You Want to Be My Lover, Spice Girls.
That is incorrect. The title is Wannabe. End of bonus question round. Question 59 is a math question. A line passing through one point on a circle is...
Tangent.
That is incorrect. Is defined as a tangent. What term describes a line passing through 2 points on a circle?
Secant.
That is correct. Question 60. Two large high mountain ranges in the world, one in Asia and the other in North America, both have names that translate into English as Snowy Range. For 5 points, name either mountain range. That is correct. I may mispronounce these words. The duodenum, the ileum, and the jejunum are all present in what part of the human digestive?
Large intestine.
That is incorrect. Digestive system.
Small intestine.
That is correct. Question 62. In the presidential election process, the parties begin to select their candidates by attending primaries and caucuses in what 2 states?
Iowa, New Hampshire.
That is correct. What American president had an incredible 4 years prior to elevating to the presidency, serving as an assistant secretary of the Navy, a war hero, the governor...
George H.W. Bush.
That is incorrect. The governor of New York and vice president before moving to the White House under tragic circumstances in 1901. That is correct. Alan Paton, the author responsible for the esteemed 20th century novel Cry, the Beloved Country, was the rare white critic of the racial separation policy of apartheid in his home country.
South Africa.
That is correct. Question 65 is a lightning round. The topic is European capitals. Oh my goodness, I'm going to try my best on all of these. Given the name of a European capital city, offer the nation which it serves as its capital. Oslo.
Norway.
That is correct. Vienna.
Austria.
That is correct. Bratislava.
Slovakia.
That is correct. Dublin.
Ireland.
That is correct. Sofia. That is correct. Tallinn. That is correct. Riga.
Latvia.
That is correct. Zagreb.
Croatia.
That is correct. Lisbon.
Portugal.
That is correct. And Bucharest. That is correct. Nice job, all. That is the end of our lightning round. Question 66. While many of the buildings and institutions associated with the United States federal government are located in Washington, D.C., many of them are located in the 2 states which border Washington, D.C.
Maryland and Virginia.
That is correct. From 1371 until 1707, the House of Stuart reigned over what European region?
The United Kingdom.
That is incorrect. A region which remains today in the United Kingdom, amid persistent rumors that it will soon seek its independence.
North Ireland.
That is incorrect. It is Scotland. In music, what 4-letter word defines a musical symbol used to indicate the pitch?
Clef.
That is correct. When Donald Trump was impeached, he became the 3rd president of the United States to be impeached. For 5 points, name both.
Nixon and Clinton.
That is incorrect.
Andrew Johnson, Bill Clinton.
That is correct. In pop music, what is the 8-letter name for the Vocodere vocal effect meant to alter the natural voice of a musician?
Auto-tune.
That is correct. Question 71 leads to a bonus question. In what branch of science would one find study or discussion of an unexplored phenomenon known as the Oort cloud?
Astronomy.
That is correct. The topic of this bonus question is American lakes. For 5 points, given the name of a prominent American lake, tell us the state in which it can be found. Your first lake is Crater Lake. The second one is Lake Pontchartrain. Your next lake is Flathead Lake, and your final one is Lake Okeechobee. Okeechobee.
For the first one, Oregon.
That is correct.
The second one, Texas.
That is incorrect. It's
third one-
Louisiana.
Third one, Nebraska.
That is incorrect. It's Montana.
And the fourth one, Florida.
That is correct. End of bonus round. All right, here we go. Question 72 is a math question. What is the product when you multiply the reciprocal of 1/9 with the square root of 169?
Yeah.
117.
Say that one more time.
117.
That is correct. The Field Medal is bestowed every 4 years to the leading intellectual figures and scholars in what academic subject?
Mathematics.
That is correct. Aside from being a shopper's paradise, the Mall of America also contains within its walls a medium-sized amusement park and the Sea Life Aquarium. In what American state?
Minnesota.
That is correct. Question 75. What was the common surname of the 3 immensely talented English sisters who?
Bronte.
That is correct. If one is a philatelist, what is the common but often valuable item that said person studies and collects?
Coins.
That is incorrect.
Stamps.
That is correct. Derived from the German for defense force, what was the 9-letter name for the unified Army, Navy, and Air Force of the German Third Reich from 1935 to 1945?
Luftwaffe.
That is incorrect. The answer, in my non-existent linguistic here, Wehrmacht. There you go, Heda. Question 78 is a lightning round. The topic is the letter W. Answer these questions, all of which are answered by words, surnames, or phrases beginning with the letter W. What American state contains the cities of Evanston, Casper, and...
Wyoming.
That is correct. What Alabama governor emerged?
Wallace.
That is correct. What sports entertainment powerhouse had to change its name in 2002?
WWE.
That is correct. What country, part of the United Kingdom?
Wales.
That is correct. What names commonly given to the German state between 1918?
Weimar Republic.
That is correct. What popular 1970s TV show set in an urban high school launched the career of actor John Travolta? What hip-hop group, recording since 1992, includes members such as Method Man, Raekwon, and Inspector Deck? What Central Texas city is home to Baylor University?
Waco.
That is correct. What 20th century American author won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1973 for her work, The Optimist's Daughter?
Welty.
That is correct. What is the only day of the week that?
Wednesday.
That is correct. End of lightning round. Okay, here we go. Question 79. This starch, extracted from the cassava plant, can be a starchy dessert porridge, or in spirit.
Tapioca.
That is correct. Question 80 is a math question. What is the mean of these numbers? 39, 27, 56, and 42.
$41.
That is correct. Question 81. In newspapers, this 5-letter word defines the fine print that used on data like stock information and sports results. In geology, the same 5-letter word refers to a multicolored rock with silica and quartz. What is the common word?
Nice.
Incorrect. The answer is agate. What company has the majority share of the cranberry industry, drawing their product?
Ocean Spray.
That is correct. What island, the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea, is the large...
Crete.
That is incorrect. Is the large and heavily volcanic island located just off the end of the boot of Italy?
Sicily.
That is correct. Question 84 leads to a bonus question. What Russian-born philosopher and writer, born Elisa Rosenbaum in 1905, named her philosophical view objectivism and wrote...
Ayn Rand.
That is correct. The topic of this bonus question is team names and sports. Given two professional sports franchises identified by their league and their home city, identify the common name for both teams. Your first one is the NFL, Carolina, and NHL, Florida. Your second one is MLB, Texas, and the NHL, New York. Your third one is MLB, San Francisco, and NFL, New York, and NHL, Los Angeles, and NBA, Sacramento. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so Carolina and Florida.
Panthers.
That is correct. Texas and New York.
Rangers.
That is correct. San Francisco and New York.
Jets.
That is incorrect. It's Giants. Los Angeles and Sacramento.
Kings.
That is correct. End of bonus question round. Question 85. In physical geography, name both of the mountain ranges that are generally considered to form the natural boundary between the continents of Europe and Asia.
The Urals and the Caucasus.
That is correct. If your dorm is located in the city of Toluca and you scream, "Roll Tide,"
University of Alabama.
that is correct. Sorry. Though the centers of the music industry lie elsewhere, what Midwestern city lobbied hard for?
Nashville.
That is incorrect. And eventually was granted the right to be the host city for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Akron.
That is incorrect. It's Cleveland, Ohio. American artist Grant Wood painted it in 1930.
American Gothic.
That is correct. Question 89. Many people don't know this, but hopefully you do. The sport of NASCAR is actually an acronym. For 5 points, what does NASCAR stand for?
National Association of Stock Car Automotive Racing.
That is incorrect. It's National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing. And our last question, folks, question number 90. At the Academy Awards in February, this South Korean-made film was the big winner.
Parasite.
That is correct. That is the end of our scholar round. Okay. Hold up. Okay. And we are going to welcome back out Hallie, Kathy, and Jacob.
Hello. First off, we'd like to say congratulations to the Byer twins for winning. I apologize. And on behalf of Senate, we would like to award you with a check worth $400 to further your education. And we want to say thank you to all the classes and participants for participating and watching our live stream. Make sure to... Anyways, have a great day. Thank you.